Ladies and gentlemen, it's time we have a talk about someone who we really haven't talked about on this channel, but that is about to change. His name is Brendon Little. I'm sure a lot of you Blue Jay fans have heard of him, and today we're going to go over why he is not pitching the greatest and what can he possibly do to bounce back. With that being said, if y'all are excited, make sure to like and subscribe, and let's go. Now, before we start this video, I would like to let it be known that this is not a hate video on Brendon Little. It is simply stating facts and talking about how he can get better along the way. To really understand how this all started with Brendon Little, we have to go back to the first half of just last season. Little was absolutely dominating hitters when he finished late June with just a 1.93 ERA. He was striking out players at an insane rate, and if you told me he was going to be an all-star, I would not have been surprised. But if he was so good the first half of the season, what happened in the second half? The answer to that is simple. Hitters stopped chasing his pitches. Brendon Little has never been an overpowering pitcher, as just last season he relied on the cutter-curveball combination to get strikeouts. The curveball was amazing, allowing tons of swing and miss, but hitters started to realize he never really threw the ball in the zone. So what did they do? They simply stopped swinging. This made Brendon Little's curveball essentially a waste pitch, as the chase rate dropped tremendously and he was allowing more walks, which means more base runners, which means you have to come into the zone, and that's when hitters get all over the cutter and get base hits to drive in runs. He would go on to finish the year with a 3.03 ERA. Now, in the postseason, it unfortunately would not get any better for Little with the same problems happening. The most notable one coming in Game 5 of the ALCS vs Seattle, when he walked the bases loaded, allowing a grand slam where Anthony Dominguez came into the game. A lot of people saw this game and wanted him moved to another team, but the Blue Jays gave him another chance, and rightfully so with how good his first half was. He came into spring training this season determined to get back on track. He was so determined that he gathered two new pitches, a fastball he can throw up to 98 miles per hour, and a slider he can mix in every now and then. With the help of these new pitches and a clear mind with a new baseball season, Little dominated spring training, playing in 6 games, not allowing a single run, only 4 hits, and striking out 11. This gave fans a lot of optimism about Little going into the 2026 season. A lot of them, including myself, were looking forward to a bounce-back season, but sadly, that would not be the case. But Brandon, if last season he struggled because hitters would not chase, what is getting to him now? The answer is mental. Brendon Little looks scared when he pitches. Whenever he is down in the count, he tries to throw strikes, but ends up throwing it right down the middle and giving up base hits. When he is up in the count, he starts trying to throw chase pitches and starts walking hitters, which also leads to him throwing pitches right down the middle. 2 cases of this are the grand slam to Shea Langeliers in the opening series and giving up 4 runs with 2 outs to the Colorado Rockies. Little now has a 47.25 ERA through his first 2 appearances. For context, Tyler Heineman came into pitch versus the Rockies when the Jays were down big, and he has an ERA of 27. So, what needs to happen for Brendon Little? I've seen a lot of people say we should trade him, and some people even want him dead, which is just insane. What really needs to happen is he needs to go back down to AAA, rebuild his confidence, and come back up so he can get back on the right headspace. If he can do that, I will believe again. But right now, it sure is tough to root for him. In his appearance versus the Rockies, he was getting boos, and it takes a lot for this fan base to boo anyone, so that just shows you how much needs to change. But let me know what you guys think should happen with Brendon Little. Should the Blue Jays DFA him and give up on him, or send him down to try and rebuild his confidence and give him a third chance? But with that being said, it's been your boy Brandon. I break down the Toronto Blue Jays, and I'll see you next time. Peace.